For decades, one country dominated one of the most important technologies in modern warfare: radar. From fighter jets to missile defense systems, from naval fleets to air traffic monitoring, much of the world relied on radar systems, developed or influenced by the United States. Its technology powered aircraft detection, guided missile defenses, and shaped the way modern militaries see the sky. But recently, something interesting happened. A new radar system developed by China has started appearing in the defense exports of several countries, and reports suggest systems have even been supplied to Russia. For analysts, this raises an important technological question. Are we witnessing a shift in one of the most critical technologies of modern defense? Today, we are not here to debate geopolitics or conflicts. Instead, we're going under the hood of the technology itself. What exactly is radar? Why did the United States dominate it for so long? And what is different about the new radar systems China is developing? Let's begin. Section 1. What radar actually does. The word radar sounds simple, but its role is enormous. Radar stands for radio detection and ranging. In simple terms, it's a system that allows machines to see objects using radio waves. Here's how it works. A radar system sends out radio signals into the air. When those signals hit an object like an aircraft, missile, or ship, they bounce back. The radar then measures how long the signal took to return. From that information, it calculates distance, direction, speed, altitude. In other words, radar allows a country to see what is happening hundreds of kilometers away, even in complete darkness or bad weather. And that capability changed warfare forever. But radar technology didn't start in modern times. Its roots go back nearly a century. Section 2. The era of American radar dominance. Radar technology expanded rapidly during World War II. Countries realized that detecting enemy aircraft early could determine the outcome of battles. Over the decades that followed, the United States invested heavily in radar research. New systems became more powerful, more accurate, and capable of detecting targets farther away. These radar systems were integrated into networks like the North Atlantic Treaty Organization air defense infrastructure. American radar technology eventually became part of global defense systems. From naval fleets to early warning systems, many allied nations relied on U.S. technology. But as radar improved, aircraft technology also evolved. A new challenge appeared: stealth. Aircraft designed specifically to avoid radar detection. So radar technology had to evolve again. And this is where the next technological race began. Section 3. The stealth problem. Modern stealth aircraft are designed to avoid radar signals. Planes like the F-35 Lightning II and F-22 Raptor reduce their radar signature using special shapes and materials. Instead of reflecting radar signals back to the radar station, these aircraft scatter the signals in different directions. This makes them extremely difficult to detect using traditional radar frequencies. For decades, this gave stealth aircraft a massive strategic advantage. But engineers around the world began searching for ways to counter this technology. And this is where new radar designs started to emerge. Section 4. China's new radar approach. In recent years, China has invested heavily in radar research and development. One area they have focused on is low-frequency radar systems. Traditional radar often operates in higher frequency bands like X-band. These frequencies provide excellent detail but struggle against stealth aircraft. Low-frequency radar works differently. Longer wavelengths interact differently with stealth shapes. Instead of being scattered easily, these waves can sometimes reveal the presence of aircraft designed to evade detection. China has developed radar systems using technologies like VHF radar, over-the-horizon radar, multi-static radar networks. These systems work together to create a much larger detection capability. Some radar systems can even detect aircraft thousands of kilometers away by bouncing signals off the ionosphere. That sounds almost like science fiction. But the concept has existed for decades and is now becoming more advanced. And that's where global attention started shifting. Section 5. Radar exports and global technology shifts. China has increasingly become a supplier of defense technology to several countries. Radar systems are among the technologies being exported. Reports suggest certain radar systems developed in China have been shared with countries including Russia as part of broader defense cooperation. From a technological perspective, this represents something interesting. For many years, advanced radar technology was dominated by Western systems. Now multiple countries are developing competing technologies. This creates a multipolar technology landscape, where innovations are happening in several places at once. And in the world of defense systems, radar remains one of the most critical pieces of the puzzle. Because if you cannot see the threat, you cannot defend against it. Section 6. The technology behind the radar race. Modern radar systems are no longer simple antennas rotating on towers. Today's systems involve advanced technologies such as phased array radar, artificial intelligence signal processing, digital beam steering, networked radar systems working together. One of the most advanced forms is AESA radar active electronically scanned array. Instead of physically rotating antennas, AESA radars steer radio beams electronically. This allows them to track multiple targets simultaneously and switch frequencies rapidly. It also makes them much harder to jam or disable. This is why radar technology remains one of the most competitive areas of engineering. It sits at the intersection of physics, electronics, computing, and signal processing. And every improvement in radar detection often leads to improvements in stealth technology and vice versa. It's a constant technological chess game. When people talk about modern defense systems, they often focus on missiles, aircraft, or drones. But behind all those systems lies something even more fundamental: the ability to see. Radar is essentially the eyes of modern defense systems. For decades, those eyes were largely shaped by technologies developed in the United States. Today, new players like China are pushing the boundaries of radar research and creating systems that challenge traditional dominance. Whether these technologies redefine the balance of power remains to be seen. But one thing is certain: the race to control the skies is no longer just about aircraft. It's about the invisible signals traveling through the air, the signals that allow machines to see what humans cannot. And understanding those technologies is exactly what this channel is about. Because at Tech Underhood, we don't just look at the surface of technology, we go under the hood.